All right, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to tease here. Today, I have 197 orders. I have just 3 orders to go. So I've gone through 197 orders trying to get to Instacart Diamond in less than 30 days. There were times that I thought I wouldn't make it because there weren't enough orders. There are times that I thought I couldn't make it because my customer ratings would get bad. There were times that I thought I couldn't make it because I wouldn't make enough money. There were times that I thought I wouldn't make it because I was too tired or because it was taking too much of a strain on my mental health and my family. But now I'm 197 orders and I find myself not wanting to leave the house this morning because, well, I've kind of gotten attached to this journey. I've learned so much about myself, I've learned so much about Instacart, and I've learned so much about shopping that I feel really, really grateful. But I've also made a lot of friends along the way, and I've had some really neat people watching these videos, chiming in and offering really good advice. Today's the day I get to Diamond, but it hasn't been easy, and there's still a lot of things to learn. So join me on this final day of Can I Get to Instacart Diamond in 30 days or less? Today just might be the day. Okay, it is December 22nd. We are in the home stretch. I have 3 orders to go. Last Sunday, I had 51 orders to go. It's crazy to think that I went through that many orders that quickly in just 1 week. And it looks like today's gonna be the day. And I am feeling lots of feelings today. I did not think that this was going to happen. First, I didn't think it was going to happen because of order volume. Even yesterday, I was like, oh my God, it's so slow. I'm not going to make it. And then I thought, okay, my customer ratings are getting tanked. I had a horrible week where I just got tanked for customer ratings. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it because of my customer ratings. And then I thought maybe I was just going to be worn out from doing all this. And I would just stop doing it. And then I ground through it, and I ground through it, and I ground through it while making content, and while making content on a completely different channel, and working many, many hours a day to do this. And now, today, on the last day, this Sunday, I have, just so many feelings in my head. Marathon runners, it is not the first 25 miles that give you the worst, because you train for that, and we've been training for this. It's the last 1.2. That's the hardest 1.2 miles. And that's definitely how I feel today. And the year 2024 has been very hard on me and my family. And while I'm trying to start my own business, I do, things like consultations and gig work on the side. And it's been grueling. And I've learned to appreciate the people that do gig work so much. I mean, I now count myself as that. But I really honestly had no idea. And I think I've learned that the apps make it seem very much like it's this easy side gig you do, but it's not. A lot of people do this all the time, full time. And in fact, there would be no gig apps if it didn't have full-time employees. And so I'm grateful for Instacart, honestly, for giving me and my family a little bit of extra money while I try to figure out what's next in this journey. But there's also been lots of challenges. There have been days that have been just full of anxiety and full of all kinds of feelings.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
I mean, even just yesterday, I saw a very serious fatal accident, and it made me think about how short life is and how challenging, you can be trying to do a big thing. And then the next minute something terrible happens and you're just gone, and all the people you love and care about are left with your memories. And so it's a good reminder for me to try to be better in that way. All that is to say, I have 3 more orders, and I don't want to just I don't want to mess around here. I was sitting at home, a 3-banger from Costco came up. It's not the best paying offer, but after I do this offer, I'm going to be platinum. So let's go do it. Let's be done. Okay, and we're off. So it's not that, it doesn't pay great. It's not a great paying last shop, but it is not also that complicated. So we're gonna get it done. As you can see, it's absolutely packed in the Costco today. Oh, sorry.
Oh, liquid IV. Perfect. Oh, geez, needed this yesterday. Me too.
Okay, this is a 3 shop at Costco, and it is quite a shop. It's 2 full carts, so that's been a little bit overwhelming, but I only have 2 more things to go. I picked up the wrong juice, so I gotta get the right juice. Costco is so busy today that I had to park like a mile away. So I'm going, literally, I went uphill both ways. The first of the 3
drop-offs.
Number 2. Drop off the final order. And this customer, I don't think they'll ever know that they were my 200th order. Maybe I'll send them a text message or something. I don't know. Is that weird? It sounds like it might be weird. Only 5 minutes away from being a Diamond driver. Wait. Did I just become a Diamond shopper? Am I dreaming? Is this real? 200 deliveries, just about 30 days. A lot of hours. Did that really just happen? Did I deliver 200 grocery orders to 200 plus people over 30 days? That can't be real. Am I dreaming? Am I a Diamond now? Is it real to be Diamond? Is Diamond an existential reality? Did I actually do this? Was it worth it? Is it gonna mean anything now? I think I'm a Diamond shopper. I think I'm done. I think I did it. Thanks for following along. Okay, so I guess we'll kind of cut away from the daily filming because I realized that once I finally hit Diamond status that I had been working so many days in a row for so long, and that was just sort of like crossing the finish line that I didn't actually stop and like reflect on everything that I learned. So let's jump out of the daily video and we'll get back into the video to see what the rest of the day looked like in a second. But first of all, we did it. We got to Diamond status. And if I were to rewind the clock all the way back to the week of Thanksgiving 2024, when I finally realized I could potentially get to be a Diamond driver, if you're gonna ask me the truth is I didn't think that it was likely that I would do the 200 orders. And there's a few reasons for that. Number one is Instacart as its own platform really does, as you probably saw, doesn't pay enough to do gig work full time, at least not as a Diamond driver. And so I had to compromise and sacrifice literally every day. I had to decide out, like, am I gonna be able to get these deliveries done? Number two, I didn't really understand the volume or the right stores or the places to be to do Instacart, at least in Las Vegas. And so I spent a lot of my early days just figuring out where to go, what time to go. And I still honestly haven't really figured all of that out. So I wasn't sure I was hitting the right spots. And when I finally found a spot that I thought was the right spot, it turned out that that was where I was getting bad reviews for reasons I just couldn't understand. So I had to leave that spot because I couldn't risk getting, unnecessary 3 and 4 star reviews, because that was just what the shopping population of that spot was. So then I had to find entirely new shopping patterns. As I got about halfway through the month, I realized that, okay, from a volume perspective, I could do this, but it was going to be grinding. And it was grinding. It was literally working every single day trying to get my minimum of 6. And that leads me to the next part, which is I would never have been able to do this if I had not set the specific goal of obviously getting over 200, but then really breaking it down. So before we get back into the rest of the day, I really want to identify how I was able to get to Diamond Shopper and what that all meant. So to get there in less than 30 days, I had to break down the exact number of deliveries that I had to do every single day. By the time I started the challenge, it was 6 per day. But if you were going to do it in 30 days, you would probably need to be somewhere around 8 or 9 per day. The second thing that I did was I set myself a buffer. And I'm very glad that I set myself a buffer. And what I mean by a buffer is on days when I got to 6, sometimes I did 7 or 8 or 9 or even 10, because I knew that there might be days that, for example, there were just not enough orders. And there definitely were days where I wasn't able to do 6 because of the volume, because the market was slow, or because of the holiday, all those types of things. So if I had not set myself those buffers on days when I did 7 or 8 or 9, then I wouldn't have gotten to Diamond by the end of the year. It just wouldn't have happened. Now, overall, my next part is like, don't try to become a diamond shopper in 30 days. It's really not worth that much effort. And you know, the main reason is it takes a lot out of you just from your time, your mental health, your ability to do other things. The amount of shops you have to do in a single day compared to things other gig work like Uber, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, it takes time. A Grubhub delivery, for example, you get the notification, you drive to the store, you pick up the food, and you leave. Sometimes you wait for 10 minutes, but a shop can take sometimes over an hour, sometimes 2 hours when you're brand new. So I would say like the overwhelming takeaway here is don't try to become a diamond shopper in 30 days. It's a slog and a gruel. You can do it. It is possible. But I wouldn't recommend it. That's why Instacart sets it out as a goal for over 3 months, so that you have more time to pace yourself to do that. But the same rules still apply. If you're going to try to get to be a diamond shopper in 3 months, you still need to set yourself goals. You're going to still need to track where you're at. You're still going to need to see how many more deliveries do I have left. Now that the quarter has reset and it's January 1st, January 2nd, it starts all over again. So I and you still have to be mindful of how many deliveries do I have now? How many do I need to have to get to 200? How many do I need to maintain while maintaining a solid customer rating, while maintaining, you know, the ability to have work that pays the bills? Like, those are not easy things. And I think that's overall the main takeaway I had from this, having not really focused on Instacart before. I think the biggest overall takeaway is that a lot of people really don't understand how much more skill gig work, specifically Instacart, is and how much it requires. You're not just going to the store and picking up bags and driving to the house. You actually have to understand what you're doing. You have to learn how to communicate effectively. You have to learn what you're looking for, what the customer is looking for. You have to know and make exercise judgment calls in the moment about, hey, this thing is not in stock, so what should I do? That's what separates a really good shopper from a shopper who gets deactivated, to be honest with you. It's just a matter of investing the time, energy, and effort to be able to do that. So to summarize really quickly, I was able to get to be a diamond shopper in 30 days by planning, grinding, scheduling, focusing, and learning. So if you have to do it, if you have to crunch in a short amount of time, you will. You can just go back and watch the entire playlist and see the things that I learned before. And now the next phase of this is to understand, now that we did all of that, now that we did the shops, now that we learned all of it, what does that actually look like? Is being a diamond shopper worth all the time, energy, and effort? Or are you better off just cherry picking the occasional offer that comes in? I have to be honest with you, the jury is very much still out on that. And that's because I think we've entered the next phase of being a diamond shopper, which is learning how to be a diamond shopper and the most effective and profitable shopper that you can be. And it's not just as simple as the phone clicks over and all of a sudden you're a diamond shopper and you start getting amazing orders. I can definitely tell you that is not the case. That does not happen. So the next phase of that is like learning, understanding, and growing from there as a diamond shopper. And whether that's worth it, again, the jury is still out on that, and I want you to learn along with me as I discover that. So I hope that that part has been helpful. And then I guess the final part of it is just like, whether it's getting to be a diamond shopper, or whether it's starting your own business, or whether it's starting a YouTube channel, whatever that is, like having and setting big goals for yourself is very helpful, because it helps for you to prove yourself that you can do things that are big, scary, and honestly sometimes really, really hard, as this challenge was. This was a hard challenge. It was not easy. It was not something that was just like, get up, go shopping, and you're done. Honestly, like, it was very stressful, but having put myself through this exercise, I realized like, whoa, here's something that I probably didn't think I was gonna do when I started it, and I was able to successfully do that at the end. So diamond or no diamond, the ability to go through that was a really good exercise in just like self-development, pushing myself to do bigger and better things. And I think that's my big takeaway from this, is that you can focus really hard and do big things. So I hope that's been helpful to learn and watch as well. Now for the next phase, I wanna give you a little bit of insight. In my next and upcoming videos, I'm gonna break down the entire month that I was shopping as a non-diamond shopper, so you can see exactly how much money I made. And spoiler alert, it's not very much. But I think it's important for you to see that and understand. And then as the videos go from here, you'll be able to see how much do you make as a diamond shopper? How do you sort of creatively play with that space now that you're not rushing against the clock to be a diamond shopper? Can you use it strategically both by itself and with other apps to make a ton of money? And I hope that's also information that you find helpful and useful. So for the very few of you loyal fans who have been watching along this process, I really appreciate it. Now let's go see what the rest of my day looked like. I can't believe I'm a diamond shopper. I feel not different at all. Not different at all. I thought once I clicked the Diamond shopper that on the other end of it would just be like offer, but that's definitely not the case, and it is Sunday. Now, a lot more stores are red that I've never seen before, and it says 1 to 5 minutes, although that's not happening. And I am getting offers from farther away. I just got an offer from Kohl's. It's a nice offer. It's $17.50 to pick up 5 items and go less than 5 miles. So I'm gonna go do that. My first official shop as a Diamond shopper. Better not mess it up. First shop is Kohl's plus Sephora. We're picking up some bathrobes, so that'll be fun. I do not shop Kohl's often. I've shopped here once with Instacart, and it was not great. I didn't find any items, but we can't worry about that. We'll find something.
What did they end up
Okay, so shopping for robes at Kohl's was a nightmare. My first time in shop. Bleh. They didn't have enough of the robes in stock. They had to go upstairs to get them, and the customer was like, what else do they have? And so it was like an hour-long shop for 17 bucks. But it's a relatively urgent need for a business, so I was like, I gotta help them out. So sometimes it feels good just to do the right thing. So that's what we're doing. I'm a Diamond shopper now. I can, do the right thing. So, but I've not seen a Diamond exclusive offer yet, so that's disappointing. I would think the first thing they could do at least is send you one. You go through all this work, and the first thing they should do is send you the next Diamond exclusive offer. That is easy coding. That is a very easy fix. So the fact that that's not a thing is disappointing. Because I went through all this effort. Now I took that $17 order for bathrobes, and now I am taking this $18 order at Albertsons, and I'm not getting crazy pings. The volume is not any different than it was. The map is a lot busier. The map shows a lot more stores, a lot busier, which in theory means, I have better access to them. But I'm not seeing that to be the case. TBD. Still going on this shop. We're at 17 minutes. That's not bad, honestly. The total goal for this shop is 54 minutes, and we're well over halfway done. So there's 2 horses at Albertsons. That's a thing. Welcome to Las Vegas. So it's 3:08 p.m. I've been a Diamond Instacart shopper for 3 hours, and I have not seen a single Diamond offer. So, and it is a Sunday, a busy Sunday. The stores are very busy. So there you have it. And their Uber is $4, 500 miles right there. Anyways, just wanted to check back in on that. I got my first priority access order. It is $8.05 for Albertsons. 4 items, 4 miles. It's not a bad order, and it's the slow part of the day. I'm gonna take it. It's a real easy, quick order. Plus, I'm headed that way anyway. All right, this should be pretty straightforward. We're getting 4 things for $8. So I was going to text the customer that I found all their items, which is something that I do, and it said they prefer not to be texted. I've actually not seen that before. Kind of interesting. Okay, I went out to scope out Centennial, and it is dead up there. It's a very slow day now. So my one priority access offer was $8 whole. And it was actually quite a bit of driving because it's a very rural part of town. Oh, I guess I can't have that plane. Yeah, so that's wild. I'm also not grinding today. I crossed the finish line, and I'm like taking a drink of water, and just like doing my cool down lap right now. So I'm not stressing today. We did a lot this week, so I'm not like hunting for something right now. In fact, you know, I'm definitely gonna cut it early tonight. What my next sort of promise or phase of this is a more comprehensive deep dive. First of all, I'm gonna make a video about how much you can make doing Instacart and really break down everything for the last 30 days, because arguably this is the time when you could make the most. It's Christmas and Thanksgiving. Those are some of the busiest retail shopping days of the year and grocery days of the year. So I really want you to know what you can make. And then next, I'm really gonna say, like, this is what you make when you're a diamond shopper, and was it actually worth it? So I hope that you can catch those videos in the future. But if you have ideas of other things you'd like to see, please let me know. I'm all about the feedback. Well, that's gonna do it for today. I'm cutting it early, mainly because I've worked so long and late for the last month. It was not a diamond kind of day, to be honest with you. My total for the day was 66.55. Let's see. I did quite a few orders, 4 batches, and it looks like I did 7 orders, 7 orders. So my first day of diamond, I got paid less than $10 per order. I am going to put all this together and add in some things for the rest of today, and like more than just this video. And I have lots of thoughts, but I'm not going to share them now. I'm cutting it early. I'm going to go grab all you can eat sushi at Sushi Bomb with my wife, who I'm dedicating this video to. So I dedicate this video and this last challenge to my wife, without whom none of this would have been possible. And I hope this has been valuable, but it's just the first of many videos that I'm hoping to kind of put together to help you be more successful in the gig space. I was a novice to Instacart when I started, but now I'm a diamond shopper, and I've learned a lot over these last 200 shops. And I think forcing yourself to grunt through those shops actually made me learn faster and made me learn more efficiently. So I want you to have that knowledge so you don't have to do the same. I'm going to be super honest with you that right now, if this is it, if this is diamond status on a busy Sunday right before Christmas, ooh, that does not bode well for the diamond program. But I'm going to do a comprehensive look at it, different shifts, different parts of town, and see if that makes a difference. I also, I know I had a whole series of videos that was focused on reviews, and you probably could see in watching this that I got really bummed out by bad reviews. And I also made a separate video about Instacart's rating problem, but I don't think people really understand how much a 3-star review, even, let alone a 1-star review, can really impact someone's financial well-being as an Instacart shopper. And to have that amount of power without much checks and balances is really wild. But I persevered through it, and since I made those videos, I've had nothing but 5-star reviews.
We are audio and video recording this ride for your safety.
Wouldn't be a video without that. So I want to put all that together in my thoughts as well, and I want to share with you what I learned about reviews on Instacart, but I'm not ready for that yet. I am going to learn more before I give you that information, because I'm not an expert right now. At any rate, thank you so much for watching this. I did make it. I made it. And on a day like today, I think it's important to celebrate, which is why I'm going to go grab dinner with my wife, and to recognize that you can do things when you put your mind to them. So please continue to follow the channel. I've got a lot of information I can share to help you save time, make more money, and kind of preserve your mental health, because that's probably the most important thing. So thank you. Thank you for those who rooted me on. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so to answer the question, it is possible to get there in 30 days. It's very hard. I'm going to have a more in-depth review on that and a more in-depth video. And I'm probably not celebrating myself as much as I should. Probably not. So I'm going to try to do that with some sushi and some Sapporo. Good night.
Freelance life, no 9 to 5. Gigs and jobs, they keep us alive. From dawn to dusk, we never stop. Building dreams right from the top.